Episode. If you haven't done so, please hit the subscribe button and leave a bell notification for more videos of this type coming up. So we are still in our journey of building up our ship. This is Space Arena for those of you that are tuning in for the first time. So this is basically a space game where you build ships with grids on them and you add weapons, defense, and everything on it to try to beat other opponents. So these ship designs are really nice. So the ship classifications are from the small little fighters all the way to cruisers, frigates, and battleships and carriers. And as you go higher in level, it unlocks different ships. So the point is to try to get some good builds and beat down some of your opponents in this game. All right. So let's get out of here at this screen and we come back to our ship. I am currently level 26 at the cruiser range of ships, and I'm beginning to hit battleships. So I'm trying to save up and get to level 30. Level 30 is actually a long ways because it's not so easy to get levels when you get higher. To get the next battleship pair. So I have the ship called the Wanderer from the cruiser class. So this has been a really good ship for me. Currently we are at about 486. So 486, and we have been winning quite a few battles consistently with this ship. And the current design is something like this. So this ship has its strengths and weaknesses. It's long and it can turn very fast. But the only weakness is the side. So if anybody warps in and hit you in the side very hard, it can damage your components beyond your ability to sustain. So my build is currently a turret versus missile ballistic build. So our goal is to try to pound and hit the enemy hard up front and the sides and knock down their shields so the missiles can do some work and damage their internals. So if the ship has a lot of shield and a lot of barriers, and if they damage us on the side first, then we can lose battles. So we'll head on to our first battle with this ship, the Wanderer, and see how we do. So it's not all battles or wins, but we've been able to get quite a consistent number of wins. So this is a battleship, and this one looks like it has a lot of heavy shield and a lot of heavy ballistics. So we'll see how we fare against it. So it is a battleship. It is a higher grade than our ship a little bit, but we'll see if we can pound him and hit him hard with the missiles before he hits us. Okay, so he's shooting a lot of guns, and he has a lot of missile defense and things like that. But we'll see if we can hit him hard. So he's got a lot of repair on his ship too. So we need to get in range, and this is dumb. I don't know why he whoops so far away. It messes up your flow because you want to consistently pound on him. The more you consistently pound on him like that, the more that he loses. So he's also pounding on us very hard. Don't go so far away. Keep pounding. All right, keep pounding him. Hit him hard. So when you're hitting him hard like that, he cannot retaliate on you. So you see what's happening is the missiles are getting in there. He has some missile defense, but he's basically lost his missile defense. So we just basically killed a higher grade ship than ours. So basically that's a nice win. The heavier and the bigger they are, like that, it helps bump our rank up and we earn some more money from it. So if you look at the grades, so this is the cruiser class, okay? All right, and all these ships are the cruiser. This is like the Millennium Falcon. And this one is the broad ship. It's a pretty big ship. This is a Javelin, looks like a Javelin. This is the Wanderer, our ship, and then there's the Hawk. All right, and the next grade up pairs of ships is the Battleship. So this is the one that I'm beginning to unlock. So this is the one we just fought, the Warrior. All right, so they're a great class of ships also. So we're going to fight another battle. All right, so our setup again, same setup. I have different variations and setups for different purposes. But basically, I like this design. I do have some missile type, laser type setups, but it's good against ships that doesn't have too much armor defense. So hopefully we can see who we're going. Okay, bot ships. So bot ships are pretty easy ships to beat. So I don't think I have ever lost to a bot ship before. So this is a little bit smaller ship than ours, but it has a lot of good defense on the side. So hopefully we can get in there, pound him hard enough with the soften enough of the turrets, and then the missiles can get in there and pound some more damage on him. So you see how he has a lot of defense on the sides, but because we have a lot more firepower, we can give him some pounding. And because our turning is so high, he cannot focus fire on one point. So this ship, the way it works is like, if it doesn't have high enough turning, it basically weakens the ship from being able to do what it needs to do. So it has to have a very fast turning, get the enemy from hitting you on the sides. So once the enemy can concentrate fire on you on one specific area, because all those areas are unarmed, it basically kills you. You see, I have no defense, basically no defense on any of the sides. So if anybody hits you hard in one specific spot, then it can kill you real fast. Funny thing, the back, surprisingly, has not been able to be damaged that easy. Very seldomly I have the whole back destroy. Mostly it's right there by where the repair bay, and also this is where my main power source is, the big giant generator. That thing is the most crucial. Once that thing gets hit hard, it basically is game over. But the point is that because of the high turning and the speed of your ship, able to bounce enemies from hitting you hard, that's how you can defend yourself. So this ship, it looks like it's a lot of heavy shield, and it uses ballistic, so I'm assuming he would probably use long range ballistic. So what we have to do is break his shield, knock his shield out. I don't know what he's using. I have no idea what kind of weapon he's using. Looks like he has a lot of laser defense. Okay, he hit me in the back somehow. And a lot of repairs. Oh, he's using shotgun. Oh, this is a very dangerous ship, so we need to stay away from him. He's using a shotgun. The shotguns are like basically weapons that when the guy gets close to you, it just damages your parts like that. So the only way to beat them is more like staying at a distance. So I can't even stay at a distance. So when he gets close to you, they're dead like that. So that's also a good strategy. So let me show you what he did, his build. Okay, so this build is the shotgun strategy. I have actually used this quite a few times myself on some of my ship builds. So basically he uses something like this. Okay, and then so this is all shotgun. And then he has probably the repair bays like this. Okay, so let's move these back to give it more defense. So this is actually a very deadly build. I would recommend it if you are able to get close enough to the enemy. I might want to try this for the next battle and see how it goes. The only negative about this one is that the guy has a lot of maybe missiles and things like that. It becomes a very hard ship to defend. A very hard ship to win against. Okay, let's not use that. Let's use just one of these. We'll use these metal plates. Put these in place. Alright. So this build actually is pretty strong to be able to get it designed properly. Okay, so we're gonna put in some missile defense here. So we got missiles in there, and then we got some defense. So basically he has a bunch of these missile defense. Also these work really nice because it basically defends against the missiles. And then he probably has the power sources in the back. So probably has one main generator here, and then a bunch of generators, just all power in the back. So this one is very secure. These powers are a lot more secure power. he probably has. Okay, we'll need to put the engines in place. Okay, there's the engines here. So this ship relies on heavily engines. So I would do something like this with a big heavy engine, the big heavy one, to get close to the enemy. So this one has a lot of thrust, and then we use one of these for warping, and a little small engine. Okay, or you can use burners, these little burners. It helps your ship turn, and it gives you some thrust. So, well, you can do this kind of setup on this ship. So this ship is a really good kind of a setup, but doesn't have any shields. We can't really put any shields in here. Or if we we can convert these front pieces to shields because we have a lot of power left over. Like that. Okay, have some shields in there. And you have some shields in the back. Okay, or if you want to add some more weaponry to it, you have less shields, you can throw some guns or missiles into your ship. So these launchers too. Okay, but it uses a lot of power, so we may not even have enough for it. So we can do something let's see, maybe we can put like we can put something like this that has a lot of more power. And then put the missile launchers like this. Okay, and then you put a little bit of a protection in the back. So because this ship has a lot of turning, so the main thing is just the power in the front is the most important. So you can do something like this, put a little bit of one power on one side, and the other side can be, or we can just put some shield, some of these power. Yeah, so we're still short a little bit of power on the ship itself. So it's a lot of little small variations we can do. Or if you want the backside all protected, you can just put the armor shields in the back. So it's up to you how you would want to build it, but this is kind of one variation of it. So this is still weak against lasers. When the lasers kind of hit you in the side or knock a couple of these big things out, then your ship is going to be gone. Alright, so that's set up. So this is a 50-50. The other guy could have lost to me also if I hit him hard enough with the missiles. But this ship was definitely a good build if you're able to get close to other ships. Or if you want a lot of laser defense, then you can do something like this. Against the missiles. Sometimes those missiles are really a killer against you too. Right, so you put like something like this. You may just put one missile to kind of give it some ability to shoot. So this may work out too. So you can put a whole bunch of missiles, so no missiles can even touch you by having a lot of different turret defense. But basically this weakens your power by a lot. But basically you get a lot of defense. So the only way that somebody can damage you is if they can, get close to you. And then for lasers can get you real easy. So this is a consideration for setup if you guys want. Alright, so this is the end of this video, and I just want to show you a little bit of this setup. Okay, for the Wanderer, different variations. So this setup that I just showed you is a very deadly setup, and I sometimes use it too. But I don't really have a hard time trying to get close to some of the ships. Especially when they warp away too far, they can nail you real hard with different things. So I recommend something like this for extra defense, so none of the missiles will ever touch you again. And also, all you need is to get close, and then you nail them real hard. Because these guns, if you look at these guns, it look kind of weak if you see it. It's like, oh, only 8 damage. But what it does is it bursts on the ship like a shotgun, and then when it bursts on you, it basically can knock one component out. So basically this is like a slow grinding ship that can knock components out easily. And then only the distance on this is only 28, so that means it can't really shoot too far. So anyway, so some thought on how you would build this ship. Okay, so this is the Shotgun Wanderer, and actually this is a great kind of design. So I'll test this out for the next battle, and we'll see how this one does in battle. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you will subscribe and leave a comment. If you have questions on this game, on the ship build and things like that, please ask in the comment box, and I will try to answer it for you. Alright, thank you for watching.